So here's the story of the gold bike. We call it oro fundido. That means molten gold. It started like all the rest with a Buell, and on this one, I think all we kept out of that one was the motor. Sold the rest of it. We didn't use any of the rest of the bike, I don't believe. As you can see, here's the motor. It was in really good condition. And then, like all the other ones, here comes the frame. This one was ordered for a 200 rear tire, 35-degree rake. And it uses a 23-inch front wheel, 40-spoke, all stainless. We got out of Germany. And then I wanted to build a little frame decorations in the front of the frame there with a screen in it. And that's what I'm doing there. And you'll see later on what it looks like installed and painted. It looked really good. I called this a shooting star. Here's a general idea of when it was welded in. Then there's the front end mocked up with the wheel on it and it kind of taking shape. I was really, really proud of that little addition. The oil tank was custom made and welded in, mounted in. Custom seat by Fab Kevin. If you've seen it, you know it's real. It's the real deal. And we mounted the rear fender, used round bar for that. Exhaust was mounted, mocked up. Spring seat was installed. It works about half the time. Depends on the bump you hit. Then we used dual rear calipers in the rear. Great brakes. Dwayne Ballard did the leather work for me. Took him a while, but he did a great job on it. And then all the chrome plating came in. Finally, all the pieces that we needed to get chrome plated. Then this is a rendering of the paint job that Rick did for me, Rick Bonin. I think the paint job came out exactly the way he designed it. Here's the finished paint job with one of our logos on it. Frame was painted. The tank was painted all by Scott in Attitude Custom Paint. There's the front piece I was describing. And here we are putting the motor in it. It's always easy to lay it on its side and mount the motor. And this one was built in the living room of the house that I was living in at the time. We put it together there. It took about a month or so to get it completed. I took my time with the assembly. Made sure everything was as good as possible. I even found a little gold LED on-off switch. That's the start button there. Start switch. And there's the bike completed in the living room. And then it was time to go get the photo shoot done for it because Cycle Source magazine wanted to feature it. So we had the magazine shoot done and they did the feature. I was real proud of that one. Cycle Source magazine is a really good magazine. They did a great job with the layout and the colors, and the story's pretty neat. That was a highlight. It also made it into a total of 4 magazines. That was the first one, Cycle Source. We had another photo shoot done locally in Clearwater. And then Fran Hosh wanted to use it for an advertising campaign. She asked me to come to her house, and she did a photo shoot, professional photo shoot with it. I think she even put on a couple of billboards around Tampa Bay, if I remember correctly. Some more photos from the photo shoot. And then Backstreet Heroes, they did a photo shoot down at the Skyway. Sent a guy, Bob, I believe his name was, the photographer. We went back down to the Fort DeSoto area, and he did a photo shoot there. And it came out really nice. It's pretty neat to have other magazines from foreign countries want to use your stuff. Then we were at Willie's Tropical Tattoo Show, the old school show, and these 2 German guys came up and wanted to shoot the bike for a German magazine. So they did a photo shoot right there overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Really, really neat stuff. They couldn't speak a bit of English, just barely could speak English, but they did a photo shoot and featured it in their magazine in Germany. And then Japan, somebody in Japan wanted to use it for Vibes magazine. So they contacted us and we sent them a few photos. And next thing you know, it's in a Japanese magazine. That was pretty unique. Very happy to see that happen. Then Born to Ride TV wanted to do a feature. So they contacted me, and here's the video following right about now.
Continued coverage here at Grass Flats tonight, and Steve Carr from Lightning Rod Motorcycles. Steve, you've hit the map. You've just come right out of the closet here and hit the map.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I appreciate you saying it.
Well, Steve, let's talk about this bike, because this bike is coined. It's very pretty. This is a really nice looking bike. You brought it out here tonight at Grass Flats. Congratulations, you've been winning lots of awards, and you're a good builder and a home builder. Tell us about this bike. Give us some details.
It's a concept I came up with that I thought would be really cool. It's a Buell motor, 100 horsepower motor. It uses a 200 frame, and the color and the name behind the bike means Molten Gold, Spanish for Oro Fundido,
Okay.
which is pretty cool, I think, but you know.
Got a little bit of Spanish on the tank here. Is that a paint job on there?
Yeah, it's hand painted. Norm T did it by hand, and then Attitude Custom Paint did the painting. The seat's really cool. Dwayne Ballard did that. It's really nice. I'm really proud of the seat. Yeah.
Oh, it's a hand fabricated seat there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool. I like it.
You got a Springer front end on the bike.
Yep. Springer front end, 23-inch stainless front wheel out of Germany. I don't know what else to tell you.
Nice clean lines up front. Nice clean throttle line area. Tell us about the handlebars there.
The handlebars are 12-inch aprons, black powder coated. We got Todd Cycle grips on it. Got the young Chopper's lever here. It's basically a put-together bike with the parts that are available. Anybody can do this. It's not just me. What we try to do is put the best parts that are available together to produce a really killer bike. Anybody can do this. It's not a big deal.
Give yourself more credit than that, Steve.
No,
this is
really
beautiful.
No, it's really not. It's not a big deal to do it. It's just knowing where the parts come from and knowing where the cool parts are. We know where this stuff's at, and we're in contact with it all the time. But the deal is everybody thinks it's a bolt together thing. Well, it is a bolt together thing if you know where to buy the parts. And that we pride ourselves on knowing exactly where the cool parts are. Yeah, there's a lot of fabrication involved, but anybody can do this. So
I'm going to give him more credit than that. It takes an artistic approach to blend everything together so nicely. The colors, the frames, the clean lines, the clean front end. It's a gorgeous bike, it really is. And it's right in style right now with the bobbers and the old school look. How do they get in touch with you? You're a designer and a builder now that's really made the map here. And we're so proud of you and proud that you've been a part of Born to Ride. How do they get in touch with you if they're interested in a bike like this?
well, right now, we're real proud of our website. It's www.lightningrodmotorcycles.com. My phone number is 813-416-2666.
And Steve, you look like you're having a great time here tonight at Grass Flats. Is this a place to be for you?
Yep, it's a local bar. We always come up here. We have a great time. Everybody's always friendly, and I come here every weekend.
Kirk says he loves to keep it a nice homey atmosphere and invite everybody in to have a good time.
Yeah, everybody's really cool. The waitresses are nice. The food's great. You don't have to wait very long for a beer ever. That's one of the most important things.
All right. We'll see what everybody else has to say about Grass Flats. Stay tuned. It's all coming up. And Steve, congratulations once again. This is a beauty of a bike. Can I give it a spin? All right, here we go.
And then in 2009, the bike was sold. A gentleman out of North Carolina wanted it worse than I did. He drove from Charlotte, North Carolina, to Tampa, Florida, loaded it in the back of his truck, and drove away with it. I didn't think I'd ever see it again. It was a pretty sad deal, but fast forward to February of 2022. All right, we got her loaded up. It's coming back to the house. It's all there. just like it was. It's like it was never even used. There's not a speck of dirt on it hardly anywhere. So there you go. We'll get her back to the shop and wipe her down a little bit and see if we can get it to fire off. Currently doesn't have a battery in it. The gentleman has had it in storage for a while at his house, but she's all there, man. Mission accomplished. After the bike got back to the shop, we had to go through it. The tank wasn't in the best of shape, so we replaced the tank with a new one, put new tires on it, and it rides and runs like it always did. I appreciate you guys watching the video. My name is Steve Carr. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.